The big question is, should you go to law school? So my short answer to that big question is I think everyone should go to law school. And that's because going to law school myself and having gone through the full 3 years, I learned that it teaches you to think in a very logical perspective. Meaning, it helps you think. Law school helped me at least think in a very different perspective. And it really teaches you how to analyze situations and makes you very curious. Um, so I think for that purpose, I think everybody should go to law school. But that doesn't necessarily mean everybody can go to law school. I know of quite a few people who've started with me, and within the first week, they decided this isn't for me. And I don't want you to be one of those people where you realize that it's not for you. So hopefully this video can give you some insight on law school and whether you should pursue it. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you 5 things that I think every potential law student should possess. And I believe that if you have these 5 interests or qualities, you'll be successful in law school. First is you like to read, because guess what? Law school is all about reading and writing. So you have to enjoy reading, because from day one, actually for my specific law school, I went to Massachusetts School of Law in Massachusetts. Even before the first day of class, they assigned multiple cases for us to have read and analyzed for orientation week even. But from the beginning, you're going to have a lot of reading to do. And these readings consist of case law, meaning that the big, awesome law books that you see in like every lawyer's office. Actually, let me show you an example. So those cool looking law books that you'll see in practically every lawyer's office will look something like this. This particular one is of wills and trusts. So you'll get a book like this pretty much for all your classes. Some will be a lot thicker. This is actually one of the thinner ones, believe it or not. Inside this book, it's just a ton of cases that have been decided in the past. And we call this precedent law. And with each case, it tells you the facts of the case, it tells you where it was filed, what state it was in, and it tells you how the judge decided and why the judge made that decision in that case. And reading precedent case law is so important, because that will help you in your cases that you handle, because it'll give you a good idea on how the judge ruled perhaps on a similar case in the past, so you can have an idea of how your case will end up. So from day one, this is what they have us read. Bunch of case law reading, and they also teach us how to analyze each case, meaning what to pay attention to. You have to pay attention to the decision, the facts of the case, what was the law that was applied to the case, how was it applied to the facts of the case, what did the judge decide, why did the judge decide those decisions. So a lot of reading. That was the first thing out of the 5 I was talking about. The second big thing is there's a lot of writing. If you haven't guessed that, in law school you have to write along with read. So writing, you get assigned a lot of essays, a lot of briefs, our final exams all written, so you have to get used to a lot of handwriting and typing. So if you like to read and write, that's a good sign. Maybe law school is for you. And the third quality I would say is necessary for a law student is you have to be comfortable public speaking, because the way law school works is that they use the Socratic method, and so which means that they'll randomly call on you, and you have to stand up in front of the whole class, and you have to present the a case that you were assigned to read that day. And in that presentation, you have to talk about the facts, you have to talk about where the case was filed, talk about the law, how the law applies to the facts of the case, talk about who the judge is, what decision the judge rendered, why the judge rendered that specific decision, so on and so forth. So that's called the Socratic method. It is nerve-wracking. I still remember my first day of law school was during orientation, and I was actually the first person that my professor called on, and I was terrified. But I stood up, presented the case, and that was that. And at that point, you just get used to it. And then you'll find yourself just volunteering. Because sometimes the professor will ask for volunteers first before they do the Socratic calling. So I volunteered for cases in some of my classes, classes that I really enjoyed. So, if you're comfortable with public speaking, you'll be doing the same thing. So, just to go over everything so far, I spoke about you have to like reading, you have to like writing, and you have to be comfortable public speaking. The fourth, oh my god, reading, writing, public speaking. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. I just came back from work and it was a very long day. The fourth prong is that I would say you have to want to help people. Surprise, surprise. Because law is all about helping people. As you know, it's people who, you might be helping people who in the most toughest times of their life, and they're seeking your help. They're seeking professional help to have a better life. And then there are other clients who are in one of the happiest moments of their life. For example, real estate law. Maybe there's a happy couple excited to move somewhere else and they're trying to sell their house. So that's a big moment for them. And just like that, I would say in any legal case, it's a big moment for the client. And so they're looking for your help. So if you're excited to help people, I think this is a good profession for you. So that was 4. The 5th and final personality I would say you should have if you want to pursue law is that you need to have some thick skin. And I'm not joking with this one, because I've heard of multiple stories where lawyers who've been practicing for 1 year, lawyers who've been practicing for 10 years, they'll go in a courtroom and they're just burned by the judge. The judge is just going at them, but you can't waver and you can't, tumble down. You have to have thick skin, you have to stand your ground, and you have to be composed. Because there will be times that the judge will overwhelm you. There will be times where your client, are rude to you and tell you that you're not doing a good job. There will be times where opposing counsel and insurance adjusters will tell you that your client's case is really dumb and basically that your client has no case at all. And they will try to convince you that your client is faking his or her injuries and you're just wasting everybody's time. But don't give in to that. You have to stand firm and stand your ground for yourself and for your client, because you have to understand that you're representing your client who's trying to get one result, and there is somebody opposing your client who's trying to reach their end result. So of course there's going to be a lot of argument back and forth, but just make sure you keep it professional and just make sure that this isn't an easy profession. You'll have so many people against you. Sometimes you'll feel like you're against the wall, but you just can't give up. You have to stay composed, stay respectful. and you'll find your way through. So definitely you need thick skin. And so if you think you like reading, like writing, you want to help people, you like public speaking, and you have thick skin, and you can accept constructive criticism and stand your ground no matter what, then I think law is a very good option for you. Um, just know that with my personal story, I used to be such a quiet person. I mean, I was so reserved. I just kept to myself a lot. And a lot of people, even, people in my family would question me whether I should pursue law because they're like, oh, you're so quiet. How are you going to be a lawyer? How are you going to be in court, representing people? But, and I have to say, I'm going to be honest, like that did kind of sway my decision to pursue dentistry for a bit. But then I realized that, hey, you know what? These people, they don't really know who I am. And they don't know my passions, my dreams, and what I'm capable of doing. So even if it was kind of last minute, my senior year of college, I decided to make the switch from dentistry to law. And my parents were so supportive, and so was my sister. And now my fiance and so many other people have been so supportive since then. And I'm so thankful I made the switch and I took action at that time because everything just fell into place since then. And I'm so grateful to be where I am today. I mean, I think about this every day. To be actually living your childhood dream, I don't think there's, I don't know, I can't even find the right words to put how happy it makes me to know that I'm living my childhood dream. And especially when so many people have doubted me. It just shows, if you have a true passion for something and if you think you want to be a lawyer, look into it. And I think you'll be great if this is your passion. I pursued my passion, and today, I'm working as an attorney, which is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Today I introduced one of my clients as, hi, I'm Somia George, your attorney, and it felt so good. But enough about me. Long story short, you know what? If you have a passion for the law, you like reading, you like writing, you can stand up for yourself, stand up for your clients, you have thick skin, you like public speaking, I think law school is for you. Give it a shot. I mean, at least you won't have any regrets in life. That's what I did. I think you'll be great. So I wish you all the best. If you want me to do any other law videos, I'm so happy to answer your questions about law school, anything related to the law. Just ask me, comment down below. I'm happy to do an in-depth video about law school. I mean, whatever you guys want, just let me know. I'm happy to help because I was once in your footsteps, just debating whether to go to law school or not, and I'm so happy I made the decision. And where I am, this could be you, and I know you can do amazing if you put your heart to it. So I hope this video helped. Like I said, comment down below if you want me to do another video. But in the meantime, don't forget about the giveaway. All you have to do is hit subscribe, hit the like button, and follow me on Instagram, and you'll be entered into the raffle. And who knows, maybe this awesome prize can be yours. But stay tuned. I'm going to be announcing the winner for the giveaway by the end of this month. So stay tuned. It's so easy. Just hit subscribe so you can keep up to date with my upcoming videos. Hit the like button and follow me on Instagram. But beyond that, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful night, beautiful morning. Whatever time of day you're watching this video, I hope you're staying happy, you're full of peace, and full of love. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.